Hello, America. Welcome to my podcast and my comedy show, America. Now, what's going on with Geelan Maxwell? You know, the lady who they say is a pervert and a pedophile. She's been convicted. They say she used to hang around, pal around with Donald Trump, you know. And it looks like Donald Trump, excuse me, America. Donald Trump is getting ready to pardon, they say, Geelan Maxwell. Now, in America, a maggot is a low down, dirty dog. Donald Trump is a useful idiot right now, you'll see. A useful idiot to Project 2025, a useful idiot to the maggot church, a useful idiot, America, to the Republican Party that controls those red states, and keeping their citizens uneducated and poor, America. You see, they have a game going, America. They are educating the people in these red states, in these small towns, America. They got educational camps, maggot churches, America. They're online, America, on the web. These podcasters, these influencers, they say, telling everybody that the federal government is your enemy. Joe Biden, a man who couldn't even put Donald Trump in jail when he should have. That's who they say was your enemy. A man, Joe Biden, that had honor and said, I'm not going to, get involved in the legal system, I'm not going to weaponize the legal system the way these maggots are doing, America. Now, these lying, no good traitorous, domestic terrorists out there are telling you, the American people, that your government is no good. Your government is in your life. And your government is doing everything to you, and that's the biggest lie a maggot ever told. You know why? Because America, when these maggots got power, they did to the American people what they said that Joe Biden and the Democratic Party would do. They did. They're doing it to you right now. They're creating a database with your names, to know where you're at, They're doing that to you. They're taking away your health care, taking away your insurance, They're taking it away from you. That's what they're doing to you, America, Taking away food, having children starve to death in America. Right now, Picking up our citizens. You know what I'm saying? They're wearing masks, America, Picking up people, telling people that you might have committed a crime, and sending people to concentration camps. And these bastards are telling us that the Democratic Party is the deep state. You gotta be ignorant to believe something like that, especially now in America, because you see what they're doing. Because those laws are affecting you. Those low down dirty maggots are in your bedroom, telling you who to sleep with, telling you who to eat. Well, excuse me, what to eat, America, Putting the country at the edge of disaster, America, because they have taught their voters to hate, an invisible government, a government that does not exist. And you see them come on, and they say things like, Donald Trump, he promised to release those doggone records, of all those Democrats. And the dang on pedophile, they say, is Donald Trump and his gang. America, you see what I'm saying? And they're trying to cover that up too, because they have useful idiots as voters, they say. Losers and suckers and dumbasses, And, if somebody comes to me and tell me I was a dumbass, okay, because I did something, like vote for them and call me a losing sucker, I'd get away from them, you know? Don't go to that stupid American Party. Come over to the Progressive Democratic Party because Democrats work for you. It's in writing. Huh? You can just check out all the things that the Democratic Party said they want to do to the American people. And I want to say something to you out there, maggot. I want to say something out there to you, all Americans. We already live in a partial socialist country. And the socialism that we have can be great if we fund it properly. Huh? If we fund Social Security properly, if we come up with a system, a health care system for all, huh? Create jobs, huh? Build hospitals all over the place and universities to take care of our people. But you can't do that. Because the Republicans are saying things like, hey, these stupid ass abortion laws they got up there, taking away a woman's right to choose and lying to get on the Supreme Court. Huh? That's the deep state in America. Huh? Yeah, the Supreme Court justices lied, said they wouldn't touch Roe versus Wade. Huh? Said it was the law of the land. Yeah. So that they're liars. Shouldn't even be on the court. You see what I'm saying, America? So I say this to everybody out there. Donald Trump is going to attempt to pardon Geelan Maxwell. But I'm going to tell you something, America. Donald Trump is becoming a problem for the Republican Party, even though because you don't know what the hell's going to fall next. You know what I'm saying? And they said J.D. Vance is getting ready. Because J.D. Vance is the man that they want, And we don't too particularly care about that because America hates J.D. Vance. Huh? He is icky, huh? He gets in there. You see, I think we're guaranteed progressives will win, But I said this before I go. America, I want to just do a little list of things. Donald Trump said he was not involved in the January 6th, insurrection. He said, hey, wasn't involved. Obama made it up. He did all that stuff to me. Personally damaged me. Okay. Obama, he did it. I didn't do it. I didn't give a speech. No. I had nothing to do with that. Huh? And he says that the president has immunity, but he said, no, Obama don't have immunity on these made up charges on Obama, And America, are we going to, I'm talking to the people on the left and on the right. Look at what we have in America. Huh? So let's change it during the midterm. Let's checkmate this idiot. Let's check, and we're checkmating the party because Donald Trump is just the figurehead president. I say to you, for Project 2025. Project 2025 controls the budget, the money. They're the ones, who telling you, when your forest's on fire, because they control the money because they're squeezing the government. And they said, I am going to kill your government. And now, America, read what makes up the government. I'll tell you a few things. FEMA. FEMA makes up the government. The National Weather Service, FAA, planes, flying, the safety regulations, you know what I'm saying? They can feed you what the hell they want to feed you without any government regulation. Ask the people in Flint who got that dang on water to drink, Babies, People got sick from that, you see, because they have no government. When we didn't have any environmental controls over this, people were dying, dropping dead. They were building factories everywhere, But the only thing that the maggots give us is death and destruction. Because they said they want to kill the government. We, the people, are the government, so they're talking about killing us, and we're dying. Infant mortality rates. and races. You know, they go, oh, the black person, the infant mortality rate is lower, is bad. No, we don't want to hear that. We want to hear Americans. And we need to look at this country as Americans. And that's what the progressives do. But no one comes out and speak and say, America, I am a progressive Democrat and I want your vote. And I'm listening to you. But as a progressive, we believe that people should be free. Huh? We're not out there trying to get in the bedroom with people. We don't do that stuff. We're interested in governing, huh? Providing the services to take care of our people. Huh? We're not interested, in soap operas. We're not interested in kissing the feet of a big, fat, traitorous pig. Huh? Just because he's a figurehead and he'll do the things that we want him to do. Yeah? The things that the Federalist Society want him to do. You see? The things that the Heritage Foundation want him to do. The things that the maggot churches want him to do, America. For them. Huh? They know what Donald Trump is. Huh? But the Republican Party is Donald Trump. They've been trying to do this forever because they don't govern. Their eye is on the prize, and the prize is to kill the government when they are the government and the deep state themselves. Yeah, they are the deep state. Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, not to build universities. Billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars to take over the universities, to take over all of our airways as far as our news. America. They said CBS, just made a deal with Donald Trump to become right wing. To preach that garbage, to have people sitting at home listening to that stuff instead of going out talking to a progressive. If they call somebody a bleeding heart liberal, is that person out there to hurt you think? If they call somebody a socialist, that person out to hurt you, but if they call somebody a conservative and you knock on their door, they'll blow your damn head off instead of giving you some water because they haven't learned to hate you in their churches and in their community. That's why they elected a pig, somebody who will destroy you, America. You see? That's why. That's why they're hatred for them, for you. When they see us together of all races. Oh, what are they doing over there? When they see a black man, living good, can work for the country, to make the country better. When they see some blonde-haired person with blonde hair and blue eyes and long hair, that person's the problem. You see what I'm saying? They see two men or two women holding hands, that's a problem to them. That bothers them. Because they are miserable people. They don't want to leave us to hell alone and mind your business. So I say, America, to all those groups out there who talking about destroying our government. You see what I'm saying? They want to destroy our government by taking away all of our rights and freedoms. What the hell you call that? You don't have them talking about giving you health care. You don't have them talking about no way to help you, the American people, but to divide and conquer and give all of our money to the billionaires. That's all they're doing, that Republican Party. So this is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and my comedy show. Never, ever vote for a Republican again, because Republicans are notorious liars, and their leader is a convict who they say is getting ready to pardon a pedophile and a pervert, someone who is a serial, they say, pervert. The victims are coming on and saying that this person, this Geelan Maxwell, was the one that was leading what was happening to them. I don't have to say it. Huh? You know, you can turn on your TV and hear what the women are saying by Geelan Maxwell, and if and Donald Trump will pardon her. And Donald Trump will do anything he has to do to stay out of jail because the lies that he has told so far to stay out of jail, oh, they're horrendous lies. Huh? Hurtful to the soul. Hurtful to the soul when he says he didn't rape a woman. Huh? Hurtful to the soul, America, huh? What he did to us with the COVID, huh? When COVID was out. Huh? Hurtful America. Hurtful when he's denying, money, letting the forest burn in America. When we have a problem or disaster playing games. Hurtful of what he's doing to Ukraine. America, don't ever vote for a Republican. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day, America. Never forget, Republicans are low down, dirty low.